Video games have seen a resurgence in creativity thanks to the rise of indie games. As the gaming industry has grown and become more lucrative, major companies often opt for safe and predictable AAA games due to the high cost and low tolerance for risk. However, indie games offer a refreshing alternative with their small teams and boundless creativity, allowing them to take daring and unconventional artistic risks. Today, I'm going to tell you about the best indie games of all time that you simply can't miss. So if you're a fan of indie games or just looking for something new and exciting to play, this is the perfect list for you. Inside is a critically acclaimed puzzle platformer developed by Playdead, the same studio behind the hit game Limbo. Inside follows a nameless boy who must navigate a series of increasingly dangerous and eerie environments as he tries to uncover the sinister secrets of a dystopian world. The visuals are stunning, with a minimalist art style that effectively conveys a sense of foreboding and isolation. The game's use of lighting, shadows, and sound design all contribute to an unsettling atmosphere that draws the player in and keeps them engaged. The gameplay itself is challenging but rewarding. The puzzles are well designed, requiring you to think creatively and use the environment to your advantage. The controls are simple and intuitive, allowing you to focus on the puzzles and the narrative without getting bogged down in complicated mechanics. The narrative of Inside is subtle and open to interpretation, with little dialogue and few explicit explanations. Instead, the story is told through environmental storytelling, with clues and hints scattered throughout the game world. Players are encouraged to piece together the story for themselves, and the game's ending leaves plenty of room for discussion and debate. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is a unique experience that defies genre classification, blurring the lines between storytelling, exploration, and choice-driven gameplay. It's a game that invites you to question your own role in the narrative and actively participate in shaping it. You take on the role of Stanley, an employee of a large corporation who is never given a clear job description. The narrative is infused with humor, often delivered through the sarcastic remarks of the narrator. The game's creators also take the opportunity to poke fun at common gaming conventions. Unlike traditional games, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is an unconventional narrative experiment. You won't encounter typical game mechanics, enemies, or logical puzzles. Instead, the focus is on exploring various rooms and unraveling the story prepared by the developers. Your decisions will shape the outcome of the story, whether you choose to follow the narrator's instructions or ignore them. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is a unique and memorable gaming experience that challenges the player's expectations of what a video game can be. Its witty humor, engaging storytelling, and interactive gameplay make it a must-play for fans of indie games and players looking for something different. The Witness is an indie game where you explore a deserted island filled with puzzles. The puzzles are based on a grid system and require you to draw a line from the starting point to the end point, passing through specific markers along the way. As you progress, the puzzles become more complex and introduce new mechanics, such as reflections, environmental clues, and sound. The game has a minimalist aesthetic with a vibrant color palette and a stylized art style. The island's environment is well crafted, with various biomes and landmarks such as forests, deserts, and ruins. The game also features a dynamic weather system that changes the island's atmosphere and lighting. The Witness has a non-linear narrative structure that is told through audio logs and environmental clues. The story is open to interpretation, and you must piece together the fragments to understand the island's history and purpose. One of the most notable aspects of The Witness is its difficulty. The puzzles can be challenging, and some require you to think outside the box. However, the game provides a rewarding sense of accomplishment when a puzzle is solved. The Witness is an exceptional puzzle game that offers a unique and engaging experience. The non-linear narrative structure adds an extra layer of depth to the overall experience, making it a game that is both thought-provoking and entertaining. Journey is a visually stunning game that immerses you in a mysterious, desolate world filled with ruins and remnants of a lost civilization. The game's unique feature is its multiplayer component, which allows players to encounter and interact with each other in real time without any communication. The gameplay is simple but effective. You control a cloaked figure that can glide and jump across the vast landscapes of the game world. The goal is to reach the summit of a distant mountain, and along the way, you have to overcome various obstacles and puzzles. The game's art direction is breathtaking, with stunning visuals and an evocative musical score that perfectly captures the atmosphere. The lack of dialogue or text allows you to interpret the story and setting in your own way, which makes it an emotionally impactful experience. The game's length is short, lasting only a few hours, but the replayability is high, with players encouraged to explore and discover the game's secrets and hidden areas. Journey proves that games can be art and showcases the potential of video games as an interactive storytelling medium. What Remains of Edith Finch is a beautifully crafted indie game that explores the story of the Finch family and their mysterious curse. The game follows Edith Finch as she returns to her family's abandoned home, trying to uncover the secrets of her family's past. This is a first-person exploration game that takes you through the different rooms and areas of the Finch house, each with its unique story and gameplay mechanics. As you explore, you'll discover the different ways that each member of the Finch family met their demise, and you'll unravel the tragic history. The game's narrative is one of its biggest strengths, with each story being intricately crafted and engaging. The gameplay mechanics for each story also vary, which keeps the experience fresh and engaging throughout. You'll find yourself playing as different members of the Finch family, ranging from a young boy with a vivid imagination to a woman trapped in a dreamlike world. The game's art direction is also worth noting, with a striking visual style that perfectly captures the eerie atmosphere of the Finch house. The sound design is also excellent, with haunting music and sound effects that help to immerse you in the experience. What Remains of Edith Finch is a must-play for anyone who enjoys narrative-driven games that push the boundaries of storytelling in video games. Gone Home is a unique and compelling indie game that left a lasting impression on me. This is a first-person exploration game where you play as a young woman named Katie who has just returned home from a trip abroad. Upon arriving, she finds that her family is nowhere to be found and the house is strangely empty. As you navigate through the large and intricate house, you slowly uncover clues about what happened to Katie's family and their secrets. The game is a masterclass in environmental storytelling, as the house is filled with objects and artifacts that reveal pieces of the family's story. The soundtrack, which features nostalgic 90s music, also perfectly captures the mood and tone of the game. Gone Home is a game that left me thinking about its characters and their lives long after I had finished playing. This is my list of the best indie games that have provided gamers with unique and engaging experience. If you have something to add, feel free to leave any comments here. If you liked this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel.